Hello and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and realize you are creative abundance. So, when you sit to write, it is so much more than just writing a story or a poem, some idea, a memory that you've had. Writing is an exploration, a discovery, and a revelation of the abundance you are. Each time we sit to write, it's an unfolding of this uh, bounty, this treasure that is within us. To write, you must become aware of richness in you and believe in it. Brenda Euland writes in her classic book, If You Want to Write. I really highly suggest this book. If you haven't found it, you can get it at your local bookstore. How If You Want to Write by Brenda Euland. What I'm offering with Devotion to Writing isn't to teach how to write, say, a novel or a poem or a memoir even. I can't teach how to do these things. No one is going to be able to teach you this, but you learn it by doing it. What I can offer, though, through Devotion to Writing is just help cultivating and sustaining a writing practice so that you can discover all that you need to write. And by doing this, by writing, you can learn how to do it. You know, if you talk to a person, anyone who's written a book, who's created anything, and perhaps you've had this experience yourself, you realize that the work itself that you're creating teaches you how it wants to be made. And every book, every painting, every dance, whatever it is that you're expressing creatively will teach you. Each thing teaches you in its own way what it needs to be and how it needs to become. So writing a book is no different. Any book, any story, even every poem is going to have a different way to teach you how it is becoming through you, and you'll have to adapt. And that is part of the process. So all the writing that we will do is already in us. I believe that. All the stories, the images, the memories that we want to tell, they already reside in us. We just need to become aware of this richness that is in us already, to become aware of this richness through writing. Or I should say, we become aware partly of this richness through writing, which is a form of paying attention. And it's cyclical. We write to become aware of the richness. And in becoming aware of our richness, we discover how much we have to write and the more things that we want to say. And it becomes really writing, the practice of writing becomes, or of creating anything, really becomes a self-perpetuating movement. We write, we discover that we have this abundance. This abundance shows us that there's so much still that we need to write. It fills us with energy. It floods us with creativity, and we want to write about it. And we realize that this well that we are of creativity can never be emptied. And if we continue to show up and continue to exercise with this energy, we will find that the energy continues to flow through us, and we really are just a conduit for keeping it in circulation. So with that in mind, take your notebook, get your laptop or computer, whatever it is that you like to write on or with, and take it up right now like you're sitting down with a cherished friend, someone you can confide in who won't judge you ever. There is nothing to fear in writing. There's nothing to worry about. There doesn't have to be this kind of tension or this strain that you have to make anything, that it has to be anything. Just come as openness, as awareness, as one who has access, as really the only one with access to the richness in you. And write. This is what I'd like you to write today. I'll give you a prompt to get you started. So again, take up that notebook and let's get ready to write. What is your richness? What is abundant in you? What is abundantly alive in you? What do you have boundless energy for? and write about this, and do it now. And pause this video if you'd like, and just write for as long as you need to. And then when you finish writing, come back and we'd finish the video. We'll finish it. But take this time now while you're in the presence, and while you're feeling the, perhaps you picked up this video because you were curious. Oh, how do I cultivate a writing practice? I've been wanting to write, or I am writing, but I need a little kick. I need a little motivation. So since you're feeling that already, and maybe that's why you've picked up this video and you're watching it, take a moment to write now. What is rich in you? What is abundant in you now? What do you have boundless energy for? So, how did it go? I hope you were able to write something anyway. Even a word, a sentence is something. It is showing up for ourselves. And that really is what the practice is, the writing practice is about. It's showing up daily. And I do stress the dailiness. I think there is something really important about showing up daily and spending that time with ourselves, with our creativity, and exercising this energy. Showing up as openness. When we do this, the richness that we possess naturally reveals itself. It surfaces because it wants us to express it, and we are the only vehicle to express it. Each of us individually is a unique vehicle for the expression of the creative energy, of creativity, of life in us, through us, pouring through us always. You don't need to do anything in order to write. You already have the writing in you. You don't need to learn more. You don't need to learn how to do it. You just need to start. Begin. Find one small token, one memory, one experience, one emotion, one joy, one sorrow, and just write about that. And if you can show up consistently, open to discovering what is in you, then the novel, the story, the poem, it will be made. It will all be made because they are the inevitable forms of the treasure in you. It's the inevitable form that this treasure in you takes if you desire it. If you desire it. And the way we desire it is to show up daily and to make with this energy, to make of the richness in us. This makes the form. So we desire to write, the form will happen. We don't even have to worry about that. All we can control, and all we need to control, it's not even control, might not be the best word, all we can do is show up consistently and allow these forms to take form. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like more information or more help cultivating your daily writing practice, I invite you to visit devotiontowriting.com. That's my website. There you can find out about workshops and residencies and retreats that I offer throughout the year. In fact, I have a Zoom workshop coming up beginning April the 8th. It's a Tuesday evening. It will run for 5 Tuesday evenings through May the 6th. It's 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 5 Tuesday evenings. And in these workshops, they're very intimate, very supportive, small groups, no more than 10 people. And what I do in these workshops is I give prompts, I give some tips like I do in these videos, just help support you in your writing practice, help you to sustain a consistent practice so that you can reveal the bounty that you are. So I hope you'll check that out. Thank you for watching. I hope you write deeply today. I know that if you do write, you will write beautifully because beautiful is what you are. Blessings.